Okay, so I need to do a recipe video, but I am not prepared to do that. So I'm going to do a quick get her by um, for John Smith. What kind of name is that? What? Okay, that's okay. No, I'm not hating. Here's the thing. Um, Quick recipes to go to. Interested in doing vegan meals. All right. Okay, here's the first one. Here's breakfast. I have a bowl of Kashi peanut butter granola cereal. It's vegan. They also have a berry blend that is vegan. But watch out because the other brands oftentimes have like honey and things in them. So make sure you confirm that it's vegan. But that's my go-to. That's what I love to have in the morning is the Kashi peanut butter granola. Um, Another breakfast item that you should have is steel cut thick oatmeal. I don't recommend the instant. I don't recommend, you want it as unrefined as you can get it, as unprocessed as you can get it. So make your oatmeal. I like to put sometimes I like to put a little chia seeds in there. They do congealed and kind of have a funny texture, so, I mean, it's up to you. Walnuts you can put in there with a little bit of, I like the Miyoko's butter substitute, and I put that in there with a little bit of maple. You can sprinkle sugar in there, but we should avoid refined sugars and sugar in general like that, buying sugar. So I guess that's refined. I'm not a nutritionist. So oatmeal is a wonderful go-to breakfast, and the kashi. And then, of course, for breakfast, along with that, you can just have bananas, apples, grapes, whatever fruits in season. So breakfast is easy. Or you can get the Beyond Meat sausage patties or something like that and warm those up. Okay? Trying to think. There's a scrambled egg that you can get that's vegan version of scrambled eggs. I haven't tried it yet, but my bestie does it with her family. It's Just Egg is the brand, and it comes in a little squirt. It looks like a ketchup bottle, and but it's not red, and it says Just in a square, Just, and then it says egg under it. So that you literally just apparently spray it into the pan and scramble it right up. The directions are on the back of it. So that's breakfast. So yeah, and then for lunch, this is what I do. So I just usually do like sandwiches for lunch. Any vegetables I can get on there. Okay, I'll take my bread, hummus, chia seeds, ground flax seed, lettuce, onion, avocado, purple cabbage, cilantro, bell pepper, pickles if you want, or fresh cucumbers. And then if you want to get Tofurky brand deli slices, you could put 5 of those on there. 5 slices has 14 or 17 grams of protein. I can't remember. I'm not a big protein fanatic. I'm never worried about it because you're getting protein in every single plant and vegetable that you're eating on top of really protein rich, beans. So you can have a sandwich for lunch with all those vegetables I listed. And with that, fresh carrots, fresh celery, a bag of chips, box of crackers. So for lunch you do that. For lunch one delicious thing I do is I like pinto beans. I just season them with a little garlic powder, a little bit of pepper, a dash of salt, and then I'll have the can of the beans. I'll slice up an avocado. Sometimes I just do half the avocado. Sometimes I do the whole. And you can I just do that actually. Or you can steam broccoli as a green side, or something like that for lunch. And then another really yummy thing for lunch to have, you never felt the peanut butter jelly sandwich go-to for a snack real quick too. I do P&Js all the time. Lunch, make yourself a big salad. You can never go wrong with salads. And then if you're worried about, the leaves not filling you up, which I think salad is actually very filling. It might be light, but it's very filling. But shower it with delicious things. One of my favorite salads I did, like right after I delivered my first son, who's now 4, I just did spinach leaves, no dressing, mandarin oranges, they were canned, on it with walnuts. and I just ate that just plain, and I loved it. So that's a really good go-to. Throw some cranberries on there with that. Or you can do like a baby spring mix. I really like baby spring mix lettuce. Or even just, it's better to buy the head of lettuce actually. So I don't do baby spring lettuce a whole lot. I like it if I go to a restaurant, but you have to buy it in a box usually. So a plastic box. So I skip that. So I usually just get the romaine or the purple lettuce, and I like green leaf lettuce as well. The darker the green, the better. The more colors, the better for greens. So the darker the green, and like purple leaf lettuce is really nutritious as well. I'm not a nutritionist, but just kind of like stuff I've gathered around. So you can make yourself a salad, and on that salad you can buy like extra firm tofu, and you can in a skillet with a little bit of maybe like butter substitute or whatever seasonings you like in there, like salt and pepper, maybe a little bit of garlic sauce. You can saute the tofu in there and have like kind of like crispy tofu chunks to put on your salad with, maybe like grate a whole carrot. When I make a salad or a sandwich, that's another thing I put on sandwiches, carrot. I grate carrot on my sandwiches. I grate at least the whole carrot, if not at least half of it, depending. Like my sandwich, sometimes I just do a half a carrot on my sandwich. But for a salad, I grate down the whole carrot. And then it just mixes in with the salad, and you're not feeling like you're just eating big chunks of carrot, Which I love carrot, but sometimes it's just like overload for people, and you're like, okay, how long do I have to chew on this? But I like crunching carrots. So you can do a salad with the crispy tofu. You can put artichokes on it. You can put any toppings you want. I mean, it's a salad. Garbanzo beans, you can season garbanzo beans, put them on there. Garbanzo beans don't even have to be cooked on your salad. If you prepare quinoa, you can also add that into the salad. And any meat substitutes you want. I don't do a lot of meat substitutes, like as in like Beyond Burger type stuff a whole lot. So like for meat substitute on my salad, I'll do avocado, all kinds of nuts, seeds. Sunflower seeds are really great to put in your salad. Chia seeds, sunflower seeds, walnuts. I like sliced almonds in there. And then, of course, just chop up a bunch of fruits and vegetables. Chop up a tomato. Chop up some carrot. Get your purple cabbage in there. Chop up some fresh onion. Trying to think. So we're still at lunch. So there's a couple lunch ideas until I get my actual recipe video. I don't do, like, extensive cooking and stuff. I can't. I like to cook, but ever since my mom died last year, my life is just different. Things that I found joy in, I don't find as much joy in anymore. And I don't know why I'm getting a little teary-eyed, but I am. I know why I am. I miss my mom so much. She taught me to cook. And she was a really good baker. Okay, so then for like snacks, you can always do hummus and crackers. You can always do again, all fruits all the time. Along the lines of like cheese substitutes, I really do like Miyoko's. Their motto is revolutionizing dairy, and they mean it. Their butter is good, and their cheeses so far, the two I've found are spreads, and they're really good. It's a onion chive spread, and then there's a tomato basil garlic spread. Both really good. And I'll use those too. I'll like scrape across them with my butter knife, and then like put a thin layer. You have to like cut it across like this, and then just like a slice, put it on there. Because it's not necessarily like a spread. When it's like out of the fridge. And then, there's a brand of protein bars called Go Macro, and I like those. Jay really likes them. They come in a variety of flavors, but the one that we like is the power protein or protein replenishment. It's the peanut butter flavor one. It's just peanut butter, and it comes in a cream colored package with the blue print on it. So that's a good snack. Hummus is always a good go-to. And then for dinner, you can always just, like, with your spaghetti, I do pasta, and I'll put, like, I won't even put marinara on it. Sometimes I just put a little bit of sesame seed, a little bit of sesame oil, and then salt and pepper it, put a little onion and garlic powder on it, and then warm up some garbanzo beans and put them on there. Sometimes I'll put a little bit of the Miyoko's butter in the skillet, and I'll saute with chopped onions the garbanzo beans, and I let the onions caramelize a little bit with the garbanzo beans, and then I'll put that over the noodles. I also chop up zucchini and kind of saute it a little bit and put it on the noodles like that. And I'll have like a side of broccoli with that, or like bread and butter. Zucchini is really good. I just steam it too and have it plain as well. I really like it like that. And that's just a great side dish to have with lunch and dinner. I mean, technically you can eat. When my bestie went vegan in the beginning for breakfast, she had like rice and beans for breakfast. So you also have to step out of like the stereotypical breakfast foods, lunch foods, dinner foods, which sometimes I fall into because it's just habit. But you can have rice and beans for breakfast, and it's good for you, with some fruit and a little extra energy from some fresh fruit. But dinner-wise, what do we usually have? We eat a lot of beans and rice. So I'll have like beans and rice, and I'll season it up how I used to, how I liked it, however you like it. I just don't add meat to it. And I have that. So I hope this was kind of helpful. But that's some food that you can go to and like get started with. Like you can get by. When I first went vegan, all I really ate was like veggie sandwiches with avocado and like beans and hominy. I really like hominy as well. That's one that my mom always prepared growing up. That's really good. I do hominy, and you can season it with just about anything, however you want to, really. Hominy. That's really good to have. I also like to do stir fry kind. It's not really a stir fry because I boil it together more so than like saute it. But I'll chop up a ton of however much will fill up my big skillet that I cook in. Celery, carrots, onion, zucchini, red cabbage, and like easily like a cup of red cabbage minimum is what I put in. The hominy, and then I just cook that down, and with a little bit of fill it with water, a little bit of water. So it's like, my pan's about this deep. I put like water to about here, so because you want the water to steam the vegetable as it comes up, and just make sure that the water doesn't burn all the way off. Keep the temperature at like medium on your stove, and then when the vegetables are steamed and soft, and by the way, I season those however you want to season them, but I season them with just salt and pepper and a little bit of garlic. And then once all the water's burned off and it's steamed down and the vegetables are cooked down and they're lower in the skillet, then I do add a little bit of the Earth Balance butter, just a smidge, probably like half a tablespoon. I'm kind of bad with that, but I'm really happy that I found a brand, Miyoko's, doesn't have palm oil in it. So, but ideally, we want to be careful with all oils. Per Dr. Greger, all oils. Even just like eating coconut oil, it's not really all that great for us. Even though it has, coconuts are nutritious and helpful and beneficial to us in many ways, we do have to be aware of the oils that we are eating. So yeah. So I do that, kind of like a stir fry. I used to put like teriyaki over it, but I don't do that anymore. I don't really like the teriyaki quite as much anymore. So I just do it plain with the garlic, onion, and salt and pepper are my main seasonings that I'll use. And then just the flavors of the other vegetables coming together, is just so delicious. So, and I throw garbanzo beans in that stir fry I was just talking about there, yeah. So that's another dinner idea. You can do the sesame pasta with sauteed onion and garbanzo beans. You can put avocado on the side of that as well. I have that on my channel already. And then really good snacks, rice cakes. Peanut butter is amazing. Don't be afraid of peanut butter. Don't be afraid of rice grains or whole grain breads. They make you feel good and they're great. So the only thing we have to be afraid of is eggs, milk, and meat. Bad news. So yeah, that's pretty much the best I can come up with. So There you go, John Smith. Go vegan!